We tried to make it work.
So are we making noise behind you?
Yeah. Sure. Just quiet and airy.
Let's make a key just to make sure we're all.
Okay.
What about you?
What's your favorite key, Mark?
Your back door.
Oh, hello. My back door key is always
He's got back door be flat as
All right, so this is going to be a little bit of improv. If I may be self-indulgent for just a moment, thank you to everyone here, in there, out there. I started off doing spoken word beat poetry at the Elvis Room back in the day. And I've been part of Long Story Short, which is a true life storytelling session over at 3S Art Space. And my writing has definitely transitioned to my true love, and that is short fiction, fantasy stuff. And I'm really hoping that this kind of performance inspires other local musicians and writers to collaborate and put on shows and give a stage for fiction writers. So thank you everyone for doing this. All right, so this next chapter is Sexy Crashes right at the end. This is the Ballad of Jack, Chapter 2, and the band will be improvising backing music. She stood by one of the fountains. She was as graceful and delicate and beautiful as any of the flowers in her basket. Jack sat on the fountain's edge and watched as she sold her flowers to those that walked by. People were drawn to her, and the selling of her wares was effortless. As the sun passed its zenith, a single flower remained in her basket. She turned and walked directly at Jack. Jack had spent hours watching her, but she had never turned to him. As she approached, her confidence betrayed the fact that she had been aware of him the entire time. Taking the final flower from her basket, she held it out to Jack. Their eyes met, and he gently accepted the flower, saying, "I have no coin to give you." She smiled and said, "I do not want any coin from you. It is a gift." For a brief moment, Jack was speechless. No one had ever given him anything, or rather, he had never accepted anything offered to him without an exchange. Jack smiled. He smiled in a way that he had never smiled before, and brushed the hair away from his right ear, and placed the flower's blossom at his brow. He stood and asked if he could walk with her. "I shouldn't walk with strangers," she replied. "My name is Jack," he said, as he bowed before her. "My name is Nadia," she replied, "and now we are not strangers. Yes, you may walk with me." They walked until well past the setting of the sun. They talked, not saying much at all, but revealing much. Their step in sync from the very start, a long, slow, twirling dance across the city. Down Broadways and through boroughs they strolled. An unnameable feeling that had held on to Jack for so long was suddenly gone. And upon this realization, Jack stopped walking. Nadia sensed this immediately and was not more than a single step ahead when she stopped. Both turned to the other. They moved slowly closer to each other. Closer and closer and closer and closer. And they kissed. And then Jack panicked. And that was chapter 2. We're going to take a brief set break. I'll come back to chapter 3 and then First on Earth. Thank you very much.
Guys,